What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a progressive specialist playing Risk Global Domination, currently ranked 59th in the world. I'm playing on my 6-player alt account, Isambard the Sneaky 33. Today we are playing a 6-player progressive game on the Europe map. Europe is the map of the week, so we got this lobby to fill up really quickly. Settings are 60-second turns, balanced blitz rolls, expert AIs, but I hope we don't have any unless players bought out. No fog, no blizzards, and no filtering of ranks. So we're playing potentially any ranks, and I've gotten a great start. I'm first act. I have both edges, the Ottoman Empire and the Russian edge. I don't want to finish continents. I know how newer players react. I don't really have any position on this side of the map, so I'm going to play it slowly. I'm going to get my easy take in Russia. These positions are essentially the same. I'm going to bolster that one by 1 so I can connect through it to finish my corner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack north, separating my army slightly, and leave it like that. Very happy with that start, and we'll see how it goes. What I am doing on YouTube is I am producing one show a day. Wednesdays will be the podcast-style interview show, and Fridays will be fixed content, fixed Fridays, and every other day will be whatever I feel like. If you like my work and are interested in improving at this game, I invite you to subscribe and come along this journey with me. In the second position, we have Hannah Watkins flying the flag of the United States, very aggressively taking the German continent. They look like they are a beginner. This is how the continents break down. You have 6 for the German Empire, 5 and 5 for Austria and France respectively, 4 and 4 for the Ottoman and Russian empires, but they have only a front on one side. The British Empire is worth 3, and this distributed continent of the independent states is worth plus 11 if you can hold all 3 positions. The green player, Anna Bayonet, flying the flag of the Netherlands, I think. Is that? Can't really know. Probably a beginner, but they won one of their first 5 games. And they finish the Iberian Peninsula, which has a single point guard, but they attack another position. They break. No, they try to break the German continent. So, basic heuristic for progressive cards is the cards matter a lot more than the board. But newer players specifically, tend to go for continents still, and then other players tend to break them. I never do either. I build up my armies into big stacks. I try not to take continents in Prague if I can avoid it, and I'm saving all those troops to make kills in the late game. So the early game consists of positioning. I don't have what I would call an ideal position. I would like to have something on this side of the board, so it might be harder for me to make kills. But the early game is for positioning, not building up troops. If I break someone's continent on turn 2, and then they match in on turn 8 with a 30 and ram that into me, I don't win. That's not a net positive on troops. The magenta player, flying the flag of Israel, Tensile Imposter, also a beginner. They push south. They don't break. Okay, what does yellow do? Yellow likely will break, is my suspicion. If the light blue player is allowed to hold that continent, they can potentially take off to an early lead, but that's also good for me, because I want the attention on not me. I'm a bit more of an ambush predator in style as far as progressive goes. I like to hide and wait, and this map is just big enough to hide. I think it's 44 territories. Classic is 42, so it's just slightly larger, but it has corners, right? And I have 2 of the 4 corners. Ideally, I would like my positions to be further separated. I would like to have 2 opposing corners, but this is fine. I'm not in anyone's way. I'm not worried, and as long as someone doesn't choose to target me, because I'm not going to put the target on my head by taking a continent. So as long as someone doesn't choose to target me, I'll be fine. Looks like yellow has bought it out. So, yellow is a beginner, but they have a winning record, play with friends. Maybe they're dropping out to play with friends. Who knows? Maybe their connection's lousy. So we have a bot, and that's fine by me. I know how bots behave pretty well. That's why I set it to expert. Bots also default to breaking continents, and of course blue will break, because dark blue will break. No, dark blue is also a bot. Okay. So we have 2 bots in this game. Just my style. Despite my best efforts to fire a 6-player game. On my second turn, I will continue to separate my armies from each other. I'm happy to hold this corner, and I want to migrate that way with my other stack. So that's what I do. And I now have 6 troops separated from my other 2 corner positions by a 4 stack. I don't want to run through that 4 stack if I can avoid it, but I do want to unite this position. So I think on my next turn I will continue to migrate that way and hope that that when and if magenta moves, once this piece becomes destabilized, I can, hopefully magenta tries to cut up and then I can cut over, and then I will have something better, like a 2-point position on this map. The light blue player retakes the German continent. The bot won't care about that, and it will immediately break, knowing what I know about bots. The green player could push out here, doesn't seem to advantage them. Move to take some more action on the British Isles. You're rolling a 6 on 3. That's not 100%. 6 on 2 is, though, so very aggressive balanced blitz odds. Four on 3 is also a mistake. Making multiple attacks for board position or any other reason. Rolling 6s on 3s. This guy is thinning himself out needlessly. Fine by me. My hope for this turn is that the magenta player manages to exit this position so I can unify my troops. Magenta player is now also a bot. We have 3 bots in this game. The only humans remaining are light blue and green. Okay. Gotta love these public lobbies. I know how to work around the bots, so I'm not terribly worried. I kind of have to play a prediction game and figure out what's going to happen. Dark blue bot's going to break light blue's continent. Sure. Sorry, light blue. You are at 14. They are the short stack. I'm now starting to identify that light blue will likely be the fish, and I'm starting to become in an excellent position to pay that off. So now I'm going to gravitate my troops this way instead, so I can get that take on light blue when it becomes profitable for me to do so. The first match, you don't really want to get a kill in the first match necessarily, because you will spend more troops than you earn. First match with 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 15, and then up by 5. So normally, if there were 6 people still alive in this game, I would try to skip a card on my first turn. I don't want to get that 4, I'd much rather get the 15. But because 3 of them are bots, and because bots default to matching in when they have a match, and you're likely to have a match on 4, the chances of me getting the 4 match are very, very slim. So I will just get my cards as usual, get a single take each turn. The light blue player is also thinking perhaps they bought out and we have a very fun non-game. Looks like that's how this is going to go. It's going to turn into a 1v1 when I initially wanted 6 players. Light blue is now also a bot, so it's me versus green. It's not going to work out so well for green. Green, you are the last human alive. Enjoy your 1v1 with me. Oh, who knows? Maybe it's 1v0. Everyone quits this game. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Hey guys, do you want to see me beat bots? So, what have I been up to? I am in the second week of the Q1 Discord tournament, and they were gracious enough to offer me the position of event host, so I've been hosting games, and I've really been enjoying it. I won my round 2 game, so I hopefully am still alive in the tournament because I lost horribly round 1. But the settings for round 3 are rough. I also posted a video of that a day or two ago. Classic fixed, sorry, not classic fixed. Modern Spain fixed, fog, manual setup, capitals. So fixed caps is a slow grind, and the fog and the lack of alliances makes it really difficult, nigh impossible to negotiate with anybody. So how do you win in that circumstance? And I'm still kind of racking my brain because none of those modes are really modes that I'm particularly strong or skilled at. So I'm sure with enough practice I can figure it out, but each practice game is going to take multiple hours, so I really have to give a shit. And you know what? I'm the type of guy to give a shit. I don't want to just lose this tournament. So starting off on the back foot is actually kind of cool for me. I like it. I'm fine to make a comeback, so to speak. So I think I break the bots' continent because they left me an easy path, and I don't want any of the bots getting particularly strong if I can avoid it. So that will encourage the bot to retake. Suppose I could have expected the light blue bot to do it. We're playing all bots right now, so maybe not. Maybe Hannah Watkins is back. They missed a turn, but they're back in action by the looks of it. Or they're having connection problems. Come on, Hannah Watkins, give me a game, please and thank you. As much as my viewers would enjoy watching me steamroll over bots, well, this is tedious. Alright, we have a human again. Excellent. So the bots will continue to break this German continent. They won't. It's too surrounded, and it's the most valuable continent on the board. So Hannah Watkins is behind in 2 dimensions, right? They're behind in terms of troops, and they're behind in terms of cards because they failed to get a take on their last turn. So they're definitely the fish. I'm still lining myself up to kill them, and I'm expecting one of the bots to break that continent. Ooh, the green bot matches in very early. So I think the smart move for me is to consolidate these positions next turn. Get my take there. Continue to build, but don't threaten. Get my take there, and consolidate back or consolidate middle maybe, because I still want to link that. Okay, that all makes sense. I'm going to now allow the magenta bot to expand out of the corner because I'm not trying to fight a bot. I'll let that be the continent holding humans fun surprise. Well, now I'm in a spot. Now I have to attack either a 2. Yep, as expected. As expected. Okay. I'm specifically not going to put any troops up there because I don't want to threaten them overtly. But what I'm doing with this move is pretty overt. I'm removing their only exclave. So now the only human opponent is pincered between my 9 stacks, and they are not being allowed to hold continents. And as soon as they are dealt with, then I can go to cleaning up the bots. Hannah Watkins holding 3 cards, having 14 troops, to my 26 and 5 cards. They're going to get a take on their turn. Or maybe they bought out, or maybe they disconnect again because their game is hopeless. Any way you slice it, it's looking better and better for the old Beatman. And the tedium of waiting for a player to grind through those 60 seconds. It's another reason why I like 60-second turns. I only have to wait this long and fill this dead air with my scintillating conversational skills. Yeah, there's been some really exciting round 2 games so far. I've really enjoyed the settings. I didn't think I would like it, 70% fixed in Japan, but then we have another bot. I took right to it, figured it out, came to love it, however you want to think about it. For me personally, skill acquisition has a lot to do with how I feel and what I like. That's why I had such a terrible time in school, because it was so fucking boring. I always got a lot more out of learning things that I wanted to learn at my own pace and based on my own curiosity. The magenta player matches in, holds Russia, breaks the blue player. I'm going to kill blue probably on this turn because I don't want the risk of them returning. Blue is down to 10 troops, so it shouldn't be too hard. I put my bonus in on the 9. Bonus is now 8. Yeah, match point is 8. Match point is 10. The yellow player matches in, breaks Russia? Question mark? Yeah. Light blue's dead because light blue was the last player I saw alive as a player. So, another thing to note about this map, Denmark does not connect to Berlin, it only connects to Rhine. So, I've seen a lot of people expect that there is a connection point here, and there is not. So keep that in mind when you're playing Europe. And we match in and eat light blue. You are the fish, and I'm hungry. So who's next after that? Dark blue. Okay, so I'll match again. Can I set myself up to kill dark blue? Yeah, probably. I have to do a split there. Okay. I don't do a split, I hook around, it's cheaper. So, dark blue has a contiguous position of 15. I have an army of 25. They're holding 5 cards. Let's see how many people I can kill this turn. That's 1. That's 2. Can I get yellow? No. Can I get green? No. Well, maybe with 2 matches. Okay, does this position do anything for me? Can I get magenta? Well, they're all bots, right? Let me try and get magenta because I really have nothing to lose. I'm going to put 2 troops here, and I'm going to try and spend out my 11, maybe 1 add, and spend out. Do it that way. Yeah, I think I can kill magenta. I won't get a match again, so that'll be 3 kills. But it's a fine turn because I'll occupy enough of the board that the bots won't be able to retake. And that is a very easy victory for me. So holding 4 cards, gonna have 5 at the end of my turn. We have 2 bots alive. But not for long. Neither of them have a match. And I have more troops than either of them combined. Match point is 25. I'm lined up to kill this position there. And there's about 2 remaining positions I have to concern myself with. 100% on 4 is 9 now, but 8 is 97%. So we'll just put 5 troops there. And then I have to split evenly between the 3 positions. So I have a 4 striking position, I have a 5 striking position, I have 14. Let's put the minimum there. I'm also getting a continent bonus for this. I will be allowed to hold? No. Okie dokie. And that's the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope if you like my work and want to get better at Risk and want to see other people get better at Risk, that you think about joining me on this quest that I'm on to self-improvement in this game and in life. I really hope you guys enjoyed my work. I hope you found some of it entertaining and or informative. Defeating 4 beginners and a novice. Or bots, however you want to think about it. I'm grateful for your attention, and until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.